right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to what I think is episode 46 of the LegacyKnitz podcast. I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm incorrect. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I'm the daughter,
I'm the mother.
and I'm coming to you from Burlington, Vermont.
Vernon, Connecticut. Super dreary.
Same here, very cloudy, gray, cold. Well, not super cold. I would say probably 30s.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't walked out the door yet. There are days I don't walk out the door.
I haven't walked out the door either. It's Saturday. Oh, yeah, we should probably tell you that too. It is currently Saturday, March 25th. Yeah, so we are just kind of having lazy mornings. Mom's actually having a working morning, but she stopped so that we could record a podcast.
Yes, and of course I just worked with the tail instead of the working yarn. I
Oh,
hate when I do that.
me too.
Yeah, I am dyeing this morning. I don't think a ton. There's a couple things I have to get out. So I am soaking the yarn at the moment, and then I will do a quick dyeing. And it's so funny because sometimes my weeks are so busy that weekends are easier to work on.
Hmm?
I must get rid of the other half of my life.
Slowly wean yourself off.
Oh, it's so hard to do because I am used to being an at-home mom, so I've always made appointments during, like it's such a shift in my lifestyle. It really, really is. Because I think I can still keep all those appointments and dye yarn. It's not working.
I know it is definitely a shift. It's like
Yeah.
having to make appointments within the workday and then having to like figure out where to stop and where to, yeah, for sure.
Well, and I was always a morning appointment girl, and I'm finding now I have to go to afternoons because then I'm allowed to work all morning. Where I could have an appointment at 8:30 in the morning, be home by 9, but my mind has been blown.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to that little shift I have to make.
Yeah, and I feel like it will happen gradually.
It will. And it's like we talked earlier, it's a good problem to have. It's nothing I'm worried about.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah, I feel like we haven't been here in a while.
We haven't. I'm trying to think of if anything like big has happened, just in regards to like our lives. But
Yeah.
I feel like everything's been pretty standard. Jake came up and visited last weekend, and he's actually up here again this weekend. Jake is my other brother that doesn't live up here. So that was really great. I got to ski with him for the first time. We were talking.
In years.
Honestly, probably 10 years. Probably
More.
yeah.
More. Yeah. Yeah. Those pictures of you guys, I'm not kidding you. When I said my heart grew 3 times bigger, that's what it feels like. It's like, oh my God, they're all together, all skiing, and it's so cool. Part of me is like, whoa, I wish I skied so I could be part of it. But then I'm like, no, I love that you guys like have that like cool, like play hard together. I love that.
It's so, so, so fun. And it's like we were actually talking when we were on the ski lift at one point. I think it was just Jake and I, but we were talking about how when we were younger and we were in ski lessons, because we were lucky enough and blessed enough to have grown up going on ski trips and always had lessons, I think at least one day out of the week when we would go up.
Just let's clarify that. You did not feel lucky and blessed to be in lessons.
That was the conversation that we had. I was talking to him and I was like, who would have ever thought the thing we hated to do the most on vacation would be the thing that gave us this gift? Like, how lucky are we that we ended up in lessons? And I was actually saying, like, I remember dreading them and not understanding why we had to be in these stupid lessons and we're wasting all this time. We should just be skiing. But
And I'll tell you exactly why you were in those stupid lessons. Because Dad would try to teach you and you'd cry and go, I don't want to do it anymore.
I know.
And I'm like, Dave, like, you don't teach your kids how to do things. You have other people teach them because they're going to cry and you're going to feel bad for them and they're going to lay down on the grass, the snow. I don't want to do this anymore.
I remember clear as day, there were times where like I would just be laying on the mountain and I would just pop my skis off and like sit there.
You would literally, we called it shutting down. It's like, whoops, Chelsea just shut down.
I remember that feeling like it was yesterday. And we were like, so as we were going up on the lift, we were watching like little kids in ski lessons. And I was like, wow, we have come so far. So just thank you retroactively for putting me in those ski lessons because
It is so funny because you guys hated them and we're like, they're going in 'cause we're going out skiing.
yeah.
Said that. I was never a lover of skiing ever. It was my vision when I was skiing when you guys were little is like, who is going to drive them everywhere when I break my leg? And honestly, it paralyzed me
Yeah.
because I honestly did not know who would take over because dad had a super intense job and I was the driver. And I was like, so I can't do this anymore. Just give me the $100 and I'll go buy some yarn.
You were smart though. You leveraged it well.
I was the smartest person there. I was the smartest person there. It's like, yeah, I love seeing you guys that way. It is so cool.
It was so much fun for all three of us and now four of us with Justin and the family to be on the same mountain and we just like had a blast
And Kristen skis, so
the snowboarder and I actually think she wants to transfer to skiing and I know Justin wants to eventually too. So we might have everyone up. Well, Ben probably won't, but
and it's funny because Isabel's barking to come in here.
she wants to be part of the knit day.
Let's see
I
how
don't
it lasts.
means.
See how long it lasts. Anyways, yeah, when Kristen was talking about skiing out west, Ben was kind of like, no, you're a snowboarder. He was being a little like, she's like, no, but I think I want to, no, you're a snowboarder. And he is a diehard snowboarder.
He totally is, and he's a great snowboarder, and so is she. So I think he just loves having, because growing up, we were all skiers. He never had a snowboard buddy before, and now he has two, so
Yeah.
he's holding
It's nice if you can do both.
Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, it's so much fun. I'm hoping I'm so like send pictures, send pictures. I'm hoping that Jake and Ben take some pictures today.
I think they will. Jake is really good at taking at least one picture every time he goes skiing, so I have a feeling he'll get one.
Good, good. Yeah, I was surprised he was willing to make the trip again. And I think by himself.
By himself. Well, and apparently when he got up here, he was talking to Ben about potentially moving up here.
I know. I would love it for him. I would love it because I think he does really miss you guys.
We miss him. It's so every time, and like this is so kind of off topic, but it's so nice because I feel like recently, like every time I hug him, he really hugs back now. And I love it. I'm always the one to pull away first, and it makes me so happy. And
Yeah, I do think he really, because when he comes, he has so much fun. And yeah, it's okay. I would be thrilled for him because I think it would make him super happy.
well, it just so aligns with like the way he lives his life, and I feel like it just. I mean, he takes full advantage of where he lives now with you guys, like with always being in the woods and always hiking and finding places to ski. Up here, there's just more opportunities to. There's different terrain, which
I totally agree.
um, But so the reason we were so excited when he said that because we were like, Mom and Dad have to move up at some point.
No,
They can't hold out much longer.
I know. It's so funny. It's so funny. It would be, and I love now when we come up, like we see you and Ben, you know what I mean? I feel like we would just, it's so much fun. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So I can't wait.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so they're at J Peak today. Justin and I decided to sit it out. We've had a long week and our bodies are tired, and so, but we'll see them tonight when they get back. I think we're all going to meet up and probably grab dinner or something.
So fun. I'll be there. I'll just get in the car and come up.
Well, yes, perfect. I was going to say
know.
FaceTime you, but that's way better.
Yeah. So I had a super fun knitting adventure last night.
Yes, tell us all about it.
Super fun. It is hysterical. I don't think I shared this last time about how we got an Instagram message and a message a lot of times if I don't follow you, I don't see the messages. If other people, I mean. And for some reason, a couple weeks ago, there was one sitting over there. And I'm like, and I clicked on it. I don't know why. Literally, don't know why. And it was her name is Sophia. It was Sophia, and she was like, "Hey, Sue, I knew we lived in the general area, but I didn't realize we were neighbors." It was like, oh my God, like this, it was really, really weird. And I'm like, wow. Well, long story short, come to find out, Sophia of the Knitters League, and it's a podcast, a knitting podcast, lives up the street from me in the house that I've been waiting to go for sale forever.
It's the house that we literally come home and every time we drive by it, we're like, oh, that house is so beautiful. Like, we love that house.
It's set in the woods. You don't really see it unless it's wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said for probably 10 years to Dad, when the for sale sign goes up, I want that house. Which is ridiculous because it's bigger than our house and we should be downsizing.
But all the kids are gone. We're getting a bigger house.
I know. So anyways, we went back and forth a little, and there's 4 of them on the podcast, and she was like, I actually said I would love to do a knit night, blah blah blah. And we had a knit night last night. It was so much fun. So I got to meet Sophia. And it's really hard when you meet 4 people at once to know who everyone is and what their names are. So I've been really working at it. It was Sophia, Julie. I hope it isn't Julie. No, it's Julie, not Julia. Julie, Eliza, which is spelled like Alyssa. So I had to remember Elisa. Oh, darn it. I am so sorry. Elisa, not Eliza. Elisa. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering your name. And Lori. And oh my gosh, I walk in to the house of my dreams, and it's beyond the house of my dreams now. It's like, darn it, it's even better. And oh my gosh, she had pizzas waiting and salad, and it was so lovely. And I got to meet her 4 kids who I always wave at when they're out on their bikes and when they're bringing their garbage can up their very, 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 very long driveway.
Yeah.
And I got to meet them, and I got to meet her husband, and it was just the nicest night. I got to really get to know them all, and it was so much fun. I stayed, oh my gosh, I didn't get home till like 11 o'clock.
Well, it was so surprising because I wanted to text you, and I looked down at the clock, and it was like 10 of 11. I was like, oh, Chelsea, you can't text her now. Like, wait till the morning. And but then you literally texted me like the minute that I had that thought, and I was like, like you knew.
What's she doing up? She's going to need to rest for a week now.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot of work to do. So anyways, we just had the greatest time, and I feel like I have found my knit group. It's just so fun. I can't wait for you to come meet them all. You will love them all. It was super fun. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was so much fun. I loved seeing all their projects, and we just chatted, and it was just so nice.
I'm
really so nice.
For the first time that I get to meet them, because Sophia and I have been texting a little bit, and she's just so sweet. Like, and it's so nice to know that that house that we loved so much is filled with so much love. Like, she is just...
That was the piece of it. I felt like a little frightening. They have a bird. I was like, I don't like birds. And it's like, oh God, I think it was a parrot. It's got a giant cage. And I went right up to the cage. I have no problem.
Yeah.
In a cage. Flying around, I would have been like, oh my God, I'd have a heart attack and flee. I would have run from the house. It would have not been good for my image. I know, it's a super cool bird. And then they have chickens and cats, and you would have walked in the house and felt like you were home. Like, that's what it felt like. It was just so lovely. I loved it. I had such a good time, and I can't wait till the next time, really. And I am not someone who likes to go out at night. I like really on a Friday night, I'm all about being cozy. Actually, I would love to have them here.
Yeah.
I would. So it was fun. It was fun. So you guys go check out their podcast. They're super sweet. they're all very unique in their own way. They all bring something different to the table. So I said, because Sophia has this thing where she calls herself the stalker. Like, she's like, I know you felt like I was stalking her. I hope you didn't feel like I was stalking you. So I feel like I'm going to call her Sophia the stalker. So I'm like, you know what? If I don't get home soon, Dave's going to send the police because I told him if I wasn't home by a certain hour, like that you had kidnapped me. And I get home and Dad was like, boy, I was just about to call. I didn't know where you were. So yeah, it was so much fun. I'm so excited about it. Yeah. So that was a huge, great piece of my week.
That's great.
So yeah.
I feel like those are the big highlights now that we've been jabbering on, but like
way too long. I know. I have to see what you're working on.
Oh, okay. I'm almost at the end of this row. Yeah, let's start to talk knitting, shall we?
We should, since it is a knitting podcast.
And I forgot to say this at the beginning, but thank you to any returning viewers for coming and spending some time with us. And to any new viewers, welcome. We hope you enjoy our podcast. It's a mainly knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, fiber-loving podcast. So if you like it, feel free to subscribe or give us a thumbs up. If you don't, certainly move on. We are not everybody's cup of tea, but if we're yours, thank you.
Thank you.
So what I am working on and what I have been largely working on, it has definitely been my wow for like 3 weeks now because I'm addicted to it, is the Westknits Mystery Knit Along. It's the Marled Magic is the pattern's name. I am on the final clue now, which he just released yesterday. So if anybody, I don't know if there's any way that this can spoil it for anybody, but if it can, avert your eyes, fast forward, because I'm going to show the project.
Yeah. I feel like I love how you've been working on it like constantly because that's the whole idea behind these things, to keep up. And I've never been able to do it. You're amazing.
Well, and I feel like, I don't know when the shift happened, but I have really become a monogamous knitter for the most part. Like in my week-to-week knitting, I very rarely will vary my projects. And
I think it's great.
What's that?
I think it's great.
Me too. I feel like I'm enjoying knitting more now that I'm doing that. So this wedge, oopsies, this wedge
is literally knocking me off my feet. So gorgeous.
Thank you. The pink wedge here is the one that I'm working on right now. And it's the border. So it's the edging. So let me show you everything. That way you have a better idea. And I'll also put a picture because I might not be able to get a good shot of the whole thing. So this is one end here. And it goes like...
I kind of want to make this.
You do, honestly, purely just for the knit.
I agree. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Wow.
So that gives you kind of an idea. And I used Mohair in here, which I love. You can kind of see the halo there.
Gorgeous.
I don't know how to show that in a way.
I can see it perfectly. Perfectly.
Yeah. But yeah, so with this knit, I would encourage this even for like someone who wants to learn new techniques or like, you know what I mean? Like it gives you just a little taste of just about everything knitting has to offer. You've got this lovely mesh, which I don't know if you can tell if it's mesh or not, but
you can. I can't. This is like blowing me away. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Well, and it gives you a chance to really, like all Stephen West patterns, to play with color, which is, I think, why I love his patterns the most, is because there's no prescription color palette or technique. It's really just kind of look at what you have. You can use your scraps. You can use full skeins. It's a no holds barred kind of project.
But I would say for some people, that's very difficult.
For sure.
And I think it's one of your strengths.
It's my favorite part because really, like technique-wise, challenge level-wise, I don't really push myself because I'm not great at following a pattern or a chart. Like I don't have the attention span for it, and I don't have the eye for detail. Like I don't know. So his patterns really kind of lend themselves well to the way my brain thinks, because I just need it to be mindless enough that I can knit on it without being afraid of messing up. So yeah, so it's great for a beginner knitter who wants to. He has a little section of one color brioche, which I has I've caught the bug now, and I am dying to find the perfect pattern for me to really explore brioche. Two color brioche is still a little intimidating to me, but one color was so much fun because you didn't have to think about the knitting the same row twice. It was back and forth like your typical knitting goes. Whereas with two color, you have to do one row, move it over so that you can knit that same row again with the second color. And when I tried doing that, it was very hard for me. Again, my brain, I kind of use knitting to turn my brain off. So having to remember to knit that second row was always very difficult for me. So one color brioche I'm obsessed with and I love. And it was a great learning experience because it's just this small section here, the blue. And for this section, I used Madeline Tosh, and I can't remember it. The dark blue is Madeline Tosh, and I'll put it on the screen here, and it's also in my Ravelry page. And I also used the beautiful purple and green and blue speckled that I marled it with is Homespun House Sugared Sweeties.
Now, can you buy the whole pattern now?
I will confirm and put it on the screen, but I believe the answer to that is yes.
I want to make it. It's literally hurts my hands looking at it. Like I want to start.
It's so much fun. And like, who would ever think that I would enjoy doing seed stitch? Knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one.
Fun.
There is more seed stitch in this than anything else. And I don't know what it is, but I think it's probably the fact that you get to play with color and it makes such a beautiful texture. I flew through the seed stitch sections. Flew.
Your ability to just grab color is that, like, I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
You
You got it. And I think I could be wrong, but I feel like what's helped you get it is by doing a lot of his patterns.
Absolutely. Well, and also I try and like pull inspiration from other people who I really like their color sense. Like Republic of Wool has a very similar color sense to what I would say. She's really a big one for me now that I'm thinking it through. But like also like going through and looking at the way other people pair colors, even looking at Stephen West's like his knits, like because he pairs some really different colors together and things that you wouldn't expect to like, but it ends up being really like beautiful and sophisticated or wild and crazy. He has such a wide array of, I don't know, color sense maybe.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I definitely like if you are looking to practice more with like pairing colors and stuff like that, go on Instagram and like look under the Westknits hashtag and look under Republic of Wool's or whoever you find your eye is drawn to. Go to their Instagram and kind of take mental notes of pairings that you like, and yeah, that's kind of how I've done it.
So what is that greeny one?
So this is so it's a gray. It's a tonal gray from Haverland, who's Carol, or I should say it the opposite way. Carol, who owns Haverland Yarns, and it was in a 3-color like bundle that I purchased. So there's no real colorway for it. It's just within the bundle. It was a gray, and then the green is your yarn.
Oh,
yarn. It's Legacy Fiber Arts. It was one of our 25 Skeins of Christmas minis.
Oh,
and it, what's that?
And you had enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had more than enough. I have more. I have left over. I had
Easy.
Yeah. I had already knit a mini sock out of it. And I think I still have a tiny bit left.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's our Stellina base. It's our, what are they called? Sparkle toes? Snazzy toes. So I don't know if you can see it. But
now, I wouldn't even be brave enough to do that because I'd be afraid I'd run out. You're so brave.
But then you just grab another one and then it adds a little stripes.
I love that. So is that what happened where you've got the striping going on in the peach? I'm sorry, I feel like I have to analyze this whole shawl.
That's fine. I don't care. I love answering questions. This was more intentional. I kind of knew that I wanted, so I started doing the seed stitch here is where you started it. And again, I'm using the Sugared Sweeties from Homespun House. And then the gold color is Liquid Gold for Madeline Tosh. I'm trying to get it so you can really see.
Or you can see it perfect. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And then I got this chunk done and I was like, this seems like it's going to be going on for quite a while. I kind of want to play a little bit within the seed stitch. And I had Connie's yarn, which I need to show you because I still have a good amount left from this too. Connie's yarn, Neon Diva, which I already knit a pair of socks out of this. I did all of this striping and I played with her yarn again in another section and I still have this much.
Wow. And that looks so much pinker than what, did you marl it? Did you?
Everything in this shawl is marled. So This is, the entire seed stitch section here is marl. I think it's called a standard marl or a steady marl. And it's using all liquid gold all the way through, and then it was Sugared Sweeties, and then I just pulled in the pink, but I kept the liquid gold. So it kind of
keeping it, yeah.
Unified it all.
I'll tell you how much I want to make this.
You should. Well, and I have to say, you'll fly. Like, always the only other time I tried a Westknits Mystery Cal, it was with fingering weight yarn. And because his patterns tend to be so big, working with fingering weight yarn, it takes a lot of time. Because you are marling this, you're working with really more of a DK or worsted weight yarn. And I don't remember what size needles, maybe size 9 or 10. So the knitting, it goes so fast.
Killing me.
I'm telling you, you would fly through this. And I will say it is busting the crap out of my stash. Like, I am down to skeins where it's just like either sweater quantities or really just, they're only sock knitting skeins. So I need to actually, I think, start building my stash up again.
Hopefully if we go to the show in Hartford.
Yeah, that could be a good opportunity to do that. Yeah. So that's the yarns that I use for this. Those are the yarns that I use for this. And again, my Ravelry page, I believe, is updated. Some of these yarns that I use, I can't put on there because they're just like little scrappies you'll see in this section. It's a lot of just like my scrappy yarn that I striped in, but anything that I know the color of is in my Ravelry page. So this was the very first section, the mesh section. And I used that Madeline Tosh navy. And then I just used mini skeins to stripe these. Quite a few.
Smart to start with that because that looks like it worked up super fast. So it gets you right into it.
Well, and the beautiful thing that he did with this pattern as well was he gave you part 1 and part 2, and then part 3 and part 4. So the first clue was this and then this. So I had the whole seed stitch and all of this to work on the first week. So,
and I will be really honest, as I was watching you work on it, I'm like, I don't know where this is going. I would not want to be working on it. Mm-hmm. And he nailed it.
I think he knocked this one out of the park.
You know what I feel like I want to do? Mm-hmm. I want to use the yarn that I used in, what was that other mystery knit along that I did? Doodler?
Yeah.
And I know I'm not going to finish it. And I feel like that yarn I wasted. And I think I'm going to work off that yarn.
You should. You absolutely should. Yeah, didn't you have all hedgehog or all Madeline Tosh? Like, it was beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I keep going to take it apart and I don't. I feel like this seals the deal because I'm going to use it for that.
You definitely should. Definitely should. And I will honestly probably make another one of these if I can't find one of his patterns because I want to marl everything right now. I want to marl everything.
And I feel like that is so that I feel like you're going to live in that. I feel like even in the summer, if it's like a chilly night, throw it in your bag.
And it's going to be big enough so that truly it's blanket size.
I love it. I'm so mad how much I love it.
You're going to knit it up so fast. The minute you decide you want to knit it, you're going to fly.
Well, when I show what I'm going to show, when that's done,
yeah.
that's going to get cast on.
I will help you through. And oh, the other beautiful thing about this mystery knit along, and now just if you buy the pattern, he has videos for every single section. So like the areas where you're like, oh, like he doesn't walk you step by step, but it's the areas where it's like, okay, where do I start to pick up exactly? He shows you that. He shows you any kind of like short row technique. I think he has in there like I learned something so amazing from his videos. How to make one, and people are probably like, duh. How to make one by just twisting the yarn and putting it on the needle. Here's twisting.
Oh.
So what? I don't want to. Although no, the mystery's done, and the videos are on YouTube, so I'm not giving anything away. So literally, if you want to make a stitch, all you have to do, and I don't know if it'll translate here, but you twist the yarn like this. You plop it on.
Put it on.
You have a freaking stitch. And it makes, let me show you. Go ahead.
No, I love it. I just love it.
And it makes the most beautiful, so I don't know if you can see the little X's all along here, along the edge where the stuff meets. Yep. It makes the beautiful, and that's the wrong side, so it doesn't even matter if it's pretty or not, but it's pretty on the wrong side.
Darn it, I'm so inspired right now.
If anybody can inspire anybody, it is Stephen West.
It's Stephen West. I know, it's funny, I haven't even allowed myself to watch the videos, and I find him quite entertaining. And I haven't allowed myself, I don't know why, it's like literally I go to push the button and I walk away.
You're probably self-preservation. You know you're going to something.
That's what I'm thinking, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited because it just looks so fun.
It's amazing. It's so much fun. And then, so I'll just finish off the yarn just because I'm only 2 more sections. This was Mohair, which actually, Mom, you gave me this pink.
The pink, and I think I've got some laying around. If I don't, I may steal that from you.
I don't have a ton left, but I'll ship you whatever I have.
Okay, well, I think I have some here somewhere. I used it for the filling of the fiddlehead mittens.
Yes, that's exactly, and you gave it to me. I don't think I'll use it, but Stephen West patterns, you need a little mohair in there.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So I used the pink mohair that you gave to me, and then I used the same gray, tonal gray.
And you would never know that.
Isn't it crazy how marling changes the entire look of a yarn?
Mm-hmm. I love it. I think I would learn so much doing this.
It's like mixing paints, but with yarn.
Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. And then the last section before the one that I just started was another huge seed stitch section. And I did kind of the same thing. I used that liquid gold, the same thing that I did with the other seed stitch section. And I just played around with striping it. And so there's a whole bunch of colors in here, but a lot of minis, a lot of the minis that we dyed for.
I just think it's the whole thing, it's a great way to train yourself to just relax. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it would be a little torturous in some areas for me. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, no, just grab it, because it's almost like happy accidents just keep happening and happening.
Yeah, it's like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
So what I did, and I don't know if anybody will find this valuable or not, but I just have this huge sack, and this is just one of the fringe supply bags that comes whenever you order something from them. I have this huge sack of yarns that I would just dive into and just like kind of grab and just kind of throw them all together. Another really cool thing he recommends before even starting this pattern is getting together a whole bunch of your yarns and snipping off like a 6-inch section of it and making a little like bird nest on the table and taking a picture of it and seeing if not even necessarily taking a picture. I just find that valuable because I can kind of see it close and far and seeing how they play together, seeing the colors that you find you like and that you don't. And then it's just a good way to kind of build a palette before, like you said, before you like start and you're like, get so overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, I'm out of this color. Like,
yeah.
But what I'm going to do, you look at that picture or you go to your bundle of yarns and you say, oh, I really like how this plays with this, or so.
That's interesting. What that tells me is his knitting, which looks so just random, probably isn't as random as we think it is.
I always wonder that too. Like for him, it might be, he might have that wonderful eye, but I feel like maybe he's gotten the question so often of how do you do it that he's come up with these
Mm.
ways to assist other people who might not have such a natural knack for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It sounds like there was so much more to that piece than I realized.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it's super cool, and I'm really going to start it. Darn it.
It's fun. It's a great knit. I can't recommend it enough. Like I said, I have a Ravelry page, so anybody that has wants to see step-by-step pictures or has specific yarn questions, head over there. I'll try to update it. I've been pretty good, but
You get an A+ in my book in that area.
thank you. It's honestly not hard, and I'll tell you why, because we talked about this before we started recording. I've been such a monogamous knitter lately that I'm only updating a project or two at most every week. So it's not
The
that
next time we're together, I have to remember to have you kind of,
I'll set you.
yeah, like now I'm sure I can figure it out, but I'd rather just be stepped through it because then, oh, it's not as bad as I thought.
And the beautiful thing, I've said this on in podcasts, a few weeks ago, you can take pictures from Instagram now. So it's like you literally go to the pictures page and your whole Instagram feed is right there. You go click, 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 upload.
That's going to be the key for me because Instagram is the easiest form of social media for me. It's a no-brainer because it's all right there. It's right there. You don't have to go anywhere I love it.
Totally. So
Well, my shawl's going to look minuscule compared to that unbelievableness, but I have been working on it. Oh, mid-row stop. Nevertheless, I think I'm on the lace. On the lace, I stopped mid-row. So I have fallen in love with this again, and it's the Find Your Fade. And I've been going back and forth on, I think what's really holding me back is I wasn't in love with my color choices, but I'm starting to settle in with them and really like the uniqueness of them. So it's not a ton different, but I finished the squid ink section, which is my green, which your marled green area is reminding me of that's why I really asked. Squid ink. I'm on the decrease finally, and now I'm Half-Blood Prince. I don't know what's next. That's the other thing that's stopping me is I have a few choices. These were my two choices, either Rory in our tweed base, but it's 11.
got a long way to go.
It's 11. We have to wait because it chops us up. So enjoy my cuckoo clock. Really?
It's like 7 o'clock.
Okay, so the last time Chelsea and I were talking before we started podcasting, I'm like, you're chopping up. It's because the cuckoo clock was going off. So Rory, which I don't love it next to it, but it tends to tie in with down here, or our lovely Circus Tonic that she sent us.
Ooh, I like that one.
I think this is going to be the one.
I'm wondering if it's too similar.
Well, okay, so we went there. It's very similar, but a little darker. I don't know. I can't decide. I thought I had another one on the floor, but I don't. So anyways, I have the busiest weekend on the planet going on right now, which is driving me crazy. That was the thing about knit night. I sat and knit for like at least 2 hours. You can get a lot done. I got almost this whole cuff minus the ribbing.
Wow.
Well, I did a little this morning too. But anyways, I'm craving knitting for hours. I just have not had that kind of time right now. And it's, again, a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm loving my fade. I honestly can't wait till it's done because I feel like I'm going to live in my fade. What I'm finding this year, I did not wear shawls a lot. I always wear them like bandana style. I'm finding I don't like how small they are. And they're not small, but I'm really into this gigantic look.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's a shift across the board or it's just me, but they're too small. They don't stay in place. They're fussy. And they're not small shawls. They're not, they're average size shawls where I want the gigantic wrap around your body 5 times.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, even I'm finding that I wear my shawls like a classic shawl, like around my shoulders a lot, and it's so much easier when they're blanket like.
The reason I was looking around is I forgot I started a new project that no one has seen.
Not
You have. I think you have. It's on down here. I just was like, oh shoot, I hope it's close. It is. But anyway, so this is the shawl that and you know what? I'm starting to really embrace the colors. I think it's a little unique, which I love. I just feel I really, really love it. I'm kind of sad that the season to wear it is going to be past. But again, I'm thinking those chillier summer nights, I think I might have it in my bag. I don't even have a bag. I act like I carry a bag.
We'll get you a bag.
I don't want a bag. My back pocket is just fine. Sorry. Carried a purse. I do not carry a purse. I don't.
I carry a very small purse.
Yeah, I don't. I carry my money in my back pocket. I'm like a guy. I'm so bad. It's so bad. So anyways, oh my God, the squish factor on this is huge. I would like to make one with our colorways. We've talked about it. I'd really like to do that. I will make this again. I know it's a really great knit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm getting drawn lately to projects or projects. It's all about the knit for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you been working on?
Honestly, I only have one other thing that I've been working on, and it is my sheltered sweater by Andrea Mowry.
Which I want to see because I have not seen it.
So I had a big faux pas. I had to pull out. I had so much. So I already have the front done. Or the back. I think this is the back. I can't remember. But I already have that done. And
oh my gosh, that seam down the middle. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I hate watching you knit. Now I like that. Oh my God, it drives me crazy. Really? Can we just work on the same thing all the time?
We should. We really should.
But oh my gosh, so the design element of that, just that one line down the center. It's so simple. Gorgeous. And the yarn. Oh my gosh. Would you please get back to that because I want to see that done.
Yes. So I've already finished this. I finished this a while back, actually. And then I had what I thought was 75% of my front done to find out that instead of, so to do these like gradual increases, you can, it's hard to tell, but you can kind of see how like it goes up like this. So you're increasing.
So is this the front?
I can't remember if it's the front or the back, but they're almost identical.
I don't understand what it's creating.
It's creating.
Gorgeous.
So if it is the front, it's here. And it's just the seam up the side.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
But so I got to, so as these decreases happen, or I'm sorry, increases happen, it's over a four row repeat. I, on the back or the front, whichever one I was working on, decided to only do it in a 2 row repeat. So it literally was so shallow. It was like, meh. And then I started doing this top textured section. And then I looked at it and I was like, this looks like it's going to be so small. And I was like, maybe it's just the nature of the pattern. And then I hadn't pulled this out for a while. And I pulled it out and it was huge. And I was like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. I had to frog the entire thing. I was devastated. I was mentally at the place where I was like, all I need is sleeves and a hood and I'll be done.
I'm so glad I wasn't anywhere near you when this is poor Justin.
Frustrated. I was so sad. I was like, oh. But I am so proud of myself because part of me wanted to just like ball it back up, throw it in a bag, and put it away. Like, just get it out of my mind. I didn't. I cast right back on.
Can I tell you what I picture?
What? That's how I felt for like a second, and then I was like, oh. But this knit it speaks to the knit because it is so much fun that I was like, once I got over the devastation and sadness, I was like, I've been loving working on this. It just means I get to do it all over again. So I bucked up and I got a good amount done. I mean, it's not nearly where it was, obviously, but it's every time, like if I finish a clue from this earlier than, the next clue comes out, this is what I've been working on. So
It's unbelievable.
thank you. And this little progress keeper is one of my favorites.
Is that Molly's?
Yes, from Miss Molly of A Homespun House.
I love that.
So I'm loving knitting it over again, even though it was a little bit devastating. And yeah, that's what I've been working on. And again, I don't know if I said it, but it's the sheltered sweater, or something like that by Andrea Mowry. Great knit, love it. I cannot wait for it to be done.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I do think we need to address the fact of the sweater you're wearing because people are going to be like, "What is it? What is it? What is it?" And we didn't say because I feel like you haven't worn it. I feel like I've worn mine probably last time now that I'm thinking. I don't know. But I do think because I know I would be sitting here going, what is the yarn? What is that?
Yes, that's a good point. I totally forgot. This is my Boxy sweater by Hohi Locatelli. It's the worsted Boxy, so it's the heavier version of that pattern. I knit it with Malabrigo Rios, which is their worsted base, and the teal feather colorway. I also have a Ravelry page on that, so you can head over there and look at all the details.
It's gorgeous. It's adorable on you.
It's so cozy. It's just like, I threw a big hoodie on as we were making breakfast, and I was like, we host a knitting podcast. Why do I never wear my knitwear?
I know. We're both kind of bad at that. The only reason I did is because it's chilly. It was right on the chair because I'm pretty sure I wore it. Yeah, I wore it yesterday. So I'm like, oh, I'll throw it on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's adorable. It's such a cute sweater.
Thank you.
It really, really is. And the color is gorgeous.
Thanks.
Gorgeous. I do. It's funny. Sophia was asking, like, do you do worsted weight? It's like, we haven't, and we really should. We really should because I'm kind of, how weird is this? I've been knitting with fingering weight forever. It's my favorite weight. We're coming out of winter. I'm craving worsted weight.
I know. It's
bizarre.
They're fast knits.
I think that's it. I think everything I'm doing, literally everything is fingering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't think I think it's in this bag, which by the way, awesome Granny, gorgeous bag. Yours is in Jacob's car, so we can't show it, but she does have a coupon code up for us. Is it Legacy 15?
I believe so, but I will put it on the screen to confirm.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Darlene. I keep meaning to post this to Instagram with a thank you. I am the worst. I am the worst. I am the worst. There's no excuses. I can't even make up excuses because I am the worst at it. I love this bag. It is so much fun. It's one of her big ones. I know there's a lot of foxes out there. I love this one. I love it. So thank you so much. Inside, orange polka dots. I love orange polka dots. So if you ever saw the pile of fingering weight blankets right to my left, it's so gorgeous. I have my finished granny stripe with all the ends that need to be woven in. I have all these gorgeous finished blankets with ends. Then I have my cozy memory, which I'm working on. I've been missing lately. I'm going to pull out again. Then I have a half finished granny stripe, which wasn't enough because I needed to do the corner to corner.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh. So I love it.
I love your color choices.
It's just You know what, this one isn't quite as random as the others. I think I'm being a little more intentional. At the moment, I'm doing 4 rows of each color, and soon the rows are going to get so long that that's going to require a lot of yarn. So I think I'm going to go down 3, 2, 1, and then when it starts going back, I'll do the 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I love that.
It was not, it was Andy's idea. I can never take any credit for people. Andy said to do that, and I will. So, anyways, you know what I would encourage those of you who have held off on starting the granny stripe because of all the chaining. Like, people get really overwhelmed by the chain. You start in the corner. It's no chaining ahead of time. I did. Honestly, I'm such a lazy crocheter. I went right to the pattern. Robin of Sit and Spins had her Ravelry page there. Went right to the pattern. I think it's a red heart pattern. I couldn't do it from the pattern. I needed to watch the YouTube video.
Really?
Confused by their terminology of where to go. The video is clear as a bell. It's a red heart video, corner to corner blanket. It's a man. So if you're confused and can't find it, it's a man with the instructions. He does it at the perfect speed so I don't get frustrated. I needed it for all of 2 minutes and went from there. Now, having said that, I haven't worked on this in a while. I kind of have forgotten.
You went fast then, because I remember I talked to you when you probably only had 3 or 4 colors on there. And if you put it down for a while, you are...
I flew.
Yeah.
I did work on it, for honest to goodness. This is frightening. Oh yeah, it's coming back. I got it.
You remember?
I was like, whoa, this is scary, Sue. You got to get better. So anyways, I love this. And the other piece of these gorgeous granny square things, I am tempted to make them into pillows, especially this one, because the hole. So the other thing is, for people who don't like all the holes, these, see how I'm really pulling it? Am I holding it to the camera?
Yeah.
The holes are not, it's a much denser. Is that what I want to say? Yeah. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So I have been working on that and loving it. And then I have one finished object, and then I feel like we've got to do some shop news because we've been going and going and going. Yes. I finished, oh my goodness, I finished my sock blank, but it's all entangled, which I will pull out what it was. I love these. Love them.
Those are gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. So this, and I have so much left. So much left. Look at how much I have left.
Oh my gosh.
Eat.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, honestly, I think I'm going to put it in every one of my blankets. And then give it to you to put in your blankets.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love working from sock blanks. I have 2 more over there. I'm going to start a pair of socks. My one regret, I talked about this on Periscope, for sock blanks, I think my favorite pattern is the Hermione's. I did vanilla. The Hermione's really accentuates the sock blank. I really, really wish I had. Having said that, I love the socks, but that teeny tiny bit of texture does, because I have a pair that I made out of a sock blank, maybe even 2, and I love them. Having said that, I absolutely love these.
Yeah, I love, and I know we've talked about this in the past, I love the texture that a sock blank creates. Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone's like, oh, when you wash them, it'll even out a little. It does a little, but I still know I work, and I want to know that I worked from a sock blank.
Me too.
I really do, because they're so unique. Again, what's with the ends?
It's okay. We are one.
I know, it's ridiculous. So yeah, so
do you mind if I show Justin's latest?
I don't. I would rather have Justin show them.
Me too. He actually just disappeared. Actually, he probably
he ran away. In your huge apartment, he ran.
One other room he could be in.
We love Justin.
Just want him to be on the screen.
We do. He's so not a screen guy. We you know what? Let's just accept that about him.
We understand. So Justin is my husband for anybody new, and he is a big time sock knitter, and he is a great sock knitter, and he found this really great, oh darn it, I had the band here.
The lady last night were talking about Justin and his knitting.
Really?
Saying he's a terrific knitter.
He is a terrific knitter. Did you steal the band, the belly band? Or did I put it down somewhere over there, like on my table? No.
Some of the ladies were wishing their husbands knit, and others were grateful they didn't.
See both sides. The good thing is that we both have very different color palettes. So really, I mean, there's only so much stash sharing that we can do.
Yeah.
But so we're trying to find the belly band, but we can't. It's a Barocco. When I find it, I'll put the color number, because they do their colorways by number. I'll put it on the screen. But we were at Must Love Yarn the other day. Well, I should say probably about a week or two ago. And we typically, I'll always have him go over and look and see, because he doesn't have a big stash. He probably has 2 or 3 skeins. So whenever we're there, I always encourage him to go and look and see if he can find anything that he wants. And he pulled this one out, this skein of Barocco sock yarn. And I think, would you say this is your favorite colorway that you've knit so far? One of them, at least. Yeah. I'm loving it. So, yeah, he does vanilla socks. He knits in magic loop. He does 64 stitches, size US 2 needles. Favorites are high sharps.
They're beautiful.
He always does a drop heel with a gusset. I don't know if you can
get him a pair of signatures.
I know.
He's earned them.
I think he has too. I just hope he doesn't poke himself.
Oh, you're right. They could. Oh, yeah. They're basically weapons. No, you know what? If you have zeros, you're at a complete advantage if you're going to start poking.
So true. Love poke wars. Catch. All right.
Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. Good job.
He's like.
So yeah, that's exciting. They're gorgeous. So, what shop did you go to get that at?
Must Love Yarn.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about our Must Love Yarn girls.
Favorite ladies.
First of all, the first thing I think we need to talk about is their podcast.
Agreed.
Which I'm shocked many more of you need to watch them, because Chelsea and I were talking about this morning about Kelly. Kelly cracks herself up. And I love that about Kelly.
Me too, because I always end up laughing with her. I'm always like,
it's like she has such this fun sense of humor that I'm always, when I watch them, I have a smile on my face all the time when I watch them. Like, I honestly feel like I'm sitting with them because we know them. So I feel like I'm with them when they're there. And both Kelly and Angela they both bring a different energy to the screen, and they do it beautifully together. So anyways, that is my first thought is I love them. I love them.
And you know what I realized? I hadn't subscribed to them. I watch them very regularly, and I didn't subscribe. And then this last time when I was watching their episode, I looked down at their subscribers and I was like, oh my, so I immediately subscribed.
Having said that, I don't know if I've subscribed, because I'm terrible at pushing that button. I'm terrible. I don't think about it. I just click it on. I must, because I think I get notices when they have a new one. So I must have subscribed.
Well, I apologize, ladies.
We're the worst. We're the worst. I know.
Definitely check them out. They are so much fun, and they're really, I find them very informative. Like, they talk a lot about different yarns and different needles, and I get a lot of value out of their podcast. Like, I learn a lot.
I feel like I could learn so much from both of them. About them, I don't feel like it's an advertisement. I just feel like they have a beautiful setting. And like I say, the same thing with the West Coast Wool Girls, who I also absolutely love. But anyways, I do feel like I could learn a lot from them. And if I lived closer, I feel like I would really take classes from them, to be honest with you, because they're so knowledgeable and they're awesome businesswomen too. They really are.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And they're great knitters. All of them are great knitters.
And they that's just Isabel getting busy girl. Yes, yes. So, oh my gosh, we love you girls. And having said that, we have such exciting news.
Yes.
I'll let you share.
So they shared it on their podcast that they uploaded on Thursday. So if you haven't watched that, definitely go watch it because they make the announcement very fun.
Yeah.
We're starting to do trunk shows, which is super exciting news in and of itself. But what makes it even more exciting is that we're going to be doing it with them at their shop. And they were so gracious and so welcoming and so helpful. I think we both feel this way. We are just so grateful to have found them in our lives and to have their support and their love. It's just they're a breath of fresh air and we love them so, so much. So we are so excited to be teaming up with them to do our very first trunk show. It will be on May 20th. Like the lady said, we haven't picked an exact time yet. It'll probably be midday because that tends to be when their shop is the busiest, and we want to make sure it is as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. So yes, stay tuned for the exact time. I'm sure we will record before that comes, and we'll be updating Instagram as details become available. But we'll be bringing an array of our colorways. We'll also be bringing some of the colorways that I've started dyeing up. I don't know what quantity, but should I show those now or should I wait?
No, show them.
Okay, so I've been playing around with dyeing a little bit, and I'm still kind of up in the air as to the quantities and where I'll be, it'll benefit us the most to be selling them. Yeah, so these are two of the colorways that I've come up with so far. I've been dyeing on a new base for us. It's a twisty toe base. It's just a twist sock. I don't know the exact.
Darn it, I want that.
Well, I've dyed you some, obviously.
I know. I love that.
Thank you. So this is called Graffiti Sunrise, just because it reminded me of a sunrise. And then there are these really fun, I don't want to unskein it, but these really fun, black speckles, which kind of reminded me of graffiti within the yellow. So that, and then, I forget what this one's called. Teal Fringe, maybe?
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. And really, I've just been playing around. It's a fun colorway. I really am looking forward to kind of playing around with more techniques as well. But yeah, I've just been having a really fun time messing around and have been really enjoying the results as well. So yeah, these will be at the trunk show.
Love them. Love them. Really, truly blow me away.
Thank you.
And I love that you just, it's such a benefit to just play and figure out, because then you can create your own style, which was our hope, that we would each have a very distinct style. And it's so exciting. And I know Kelly really loved them and wants them. So I'm so excited that we're able to bring those to the trunk show. And I think the piece I love about it is that our first trunk show is in your hometown.
Yeah.
I love that, because you're fortunate enough to have that shop. And it's kind of and I honestly feel, because when we went up there the first time after you moved and we went there, Kelly was so welcoming to you. And I remember that and wanted to be helpful. And I thought, as your mom, I felt oh, look at these people that are in her life that are just wanting to help her. So for me, it's a huge thank you to them, as far as feeling oh my gosh, Chelsea's found her place, and to be in a brand new place and to have a yarn shop like that, that's embracing you, basically. So that is such a piece of it for me, that I'm so grateful for them. And it's a thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies. So yeah. And the other piece of it is they're going to start carrying our yarn on top of it all. So they will have our yarn before the trunk show. And what I'm hoping for the trunk show is to come up have some new stuff that people will be the first to see. So, whoa, we're so excited.
So excited. So excited. And it just kind of feels like it was a whole meant to be thing. Like all of us ended up in each other's lives for a reason, and yeah,
Mhm.
we're just very grateful for them. So,
Yep. Thank you, ladies.
thank
You're
you.
the very, very best. I've always told them that.
Yes, very, very best. So that's our exciting news. As details become more available, I'll put some of the information that we just talked about in the show notes. And yeah.
And we just completed, I'm pretty sure we just sold out. We might have a couple left of our Skein of Thrones, which is our monthly mystery yarn club surrounding this Game of Thrones, which Chelsea brilliantly, as usual, came up with Skein of Thrones. How funny is that?
It worked well.
It worked well. It's like, whoa, how did you do that? It's so simple. Like, wouldn't you think anyone could think of that? No, not at all. Gosh, what are you drinking out of?
Oh my gosh! So because Jacob came up to spend the weekend, Mom sent him up with my Remembrance Pottery mug.
Mine is right here.
I was so excited when we decided to do a podcast this morning because I actually think this was the whole reason that I texted you and was like, we should record.
I know. So tell me this. Are you blown away by it in person?
Yes.
Could you have been, like, when you saw it, did you think it was going to be that gorgeous?
No. Well, yes, but like I didn't have a concept for the.
I agree, because I really liked it. Like when you went, no, and that's how I felt. Like I really liked it. The picture was beautiful. You can't even imagine in person.
They're beautiful. I'm so afraid that I'm going to break it.
Me too. I'm like, this is me when I have it. I drank hot chocolate out of it. Oh, it was heaven.
I loved that picture that you posted of it.
I did not understand the marshmallow piece was that. Like, people were like, whoa. And I'm like, really? Because that's only the first batch.
Once you drink the second half.
Yeah, like once I eat all those, I'll put more in.
Isn't that how everybody drinks their hot chocolate?
They thought that was normal. I was like, why are people so surprised by the amount of marshmallows? Okay, you know what though? I feel like we went off topic just for Skein of Thrones. So it's a monthly club. You do each month separately, and usually we'll post it about 2 weeks. They're pre-orders, and we do put up 100 slots, which felt like a lot. But I loved, love, love. We were so excited that people, all our time zones were able to benefit from it because there was enough in there that they weren't gone immediately. Mm-hmm. So that will be our monthly allotment. Mm-hmm. And if you could all be kind enough to give me about 2 weeks to get them ready to go and shipped, that is going to be my goal. And I believe we will have 5 to 6 installments. I haven't decided yet. We haven't come up with that. Mm-hmm. I could go, I mean, we could go on forever with it.
It's there's a lot of different directions you can go with this show because anybody that watches it and is a fan knows there's a million different families, there's a million different lands, there's a million different cultures to tap into. So yeah, we could.
Well, and honestly, if there are people, like a significant amount of people that say keep going, I'll keep going. I just don't want to make it unattainable for those who would like the whole collection. So I thought 5 to 6 months would probably be a good amount. So already, thank you for those who have bought the first installment, which I will be ordering the yarn once we finish here and I'll be ready to go. By next week, I'm hoping to do a lot of the dyeing next week is my goal. So once I get our Kelly's order out the door.
Yeah, very exciting. We're so excited. And the very final season is coming up. So it's a fun way to kind of
tie it together. And I will be very transparent to say I'm not as obsessed with it as everyone else. I do watch it along with Dad every week and try not to look a lot. And I'm slowly, because he's patient with me and allows me to ask questions. But Dad is very generous and shares and helps me with it. And I like it. I'm not obsessed with it. So you are going to be helping me a lot with guiding me with color and making sure I get the right feel. unlike Bates Hotel, which I am still obsessed with. And I am this is so funny. I love that people love it and are buying the yarn, but I'm even more in love with the fact that I've convinced so many people to watch it.
I know so many people to relate to now.
Last night, Sophia was talking about how she started watching it, and I was like, and then Julie had bought some, and that made me super happy, but I was more in tune with the fact that Sophia was starting to watch it.
Oh, I think it's I think it's great. The more because as knitters, it's like there's only so many things that you can watch. So it's I know I always appreciate when I get a great recommendation. So
yeah, I'm in love with that show. I am watching it week by week with the final season. It's kind of killing me. I feel like you get such a better impact, but I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
no.
So you know what came out, I think, yesterday that I've totally forgotten, and you are going to die?
Grace and Frankie!
I watch you just sit here all day long and watch it. I just remembered that, and I'm like, I know it's either your cup of tea or not. I find there's a very strong line for that show. Is it Frankie and Grace or Grace and Frankie?
Grace and Frankie.
Grace and Frankie. It's out. Season 3.
We saw it, so I...
Did you watch it yet?
What's that?
Have you watched it?
No. So we went to bed late last night. It was probably around midnight just because we were knitting and so engrossed. What's that?
We were chatting. I'm like, oh my God, why am I talking to her at midnight?
We just literally, it was one of those situations where like all the lights were on, we were watching a good show, and the next thing we knew, we looked up from our knitting and it was freaking midnight.
I know.
But so we hopped into bed and I was going to throw something on like to just kind of fall asleep to. And the Netflix interface is a little bit different on the Apple TV than it is on the PlayStation that we typically watch. And the first thing I saw when I turned on the Apple TV was Grace and Frankie new episodes. And I was like, why is it midnight right now?
I know. And I have such a crazy weekend. I'm so sad. And then next week, I'm so busy. When am I going to watch it? Because you can't just watch it. You have to enjoy it.
Totally. I think this is what I think. A day where you have no meetings, like, and you don't have to leave the house, give yourself a day off. Because I feel like you don't give yourself a day off very often.
Well, I do, but next week is probably not the week where a day off should be included because I have way too many meetings to attend to along with dyeing. And I cannot wait till Must Love Yarn has their yarn. So I'm kind of obsessed getting to get that done.
So then what if when you're done with that, reward yourself with a day away from the dye pots?
I'll try.
You should. I know you love dyeing, but think of Grace. Think of Frank.
I know. I'm so anxious to have so much of this yarn in the world. So we'll see. But oh my gosh. So anyways, wow, that was a real phew from Game of Thrones. Skein of Thrones. So Skein of Thrones, I'm super excited. You'll say, what does it look like? I'll say, I don't know, because I don't. I will know in a day or two.
It's the beauty of the pre-order, and it's going to be, like Mom said, it's going to be a mystery skein. Hopefully we won't give it away for anybody. We'll wait a significant amount of time
before we show it.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited because I have it in my head.
Yeah.
And quite often that goes well, but you never know. And then people were asking, the common question was, are there going to be man colors? Is it going to be like, is this color manly or more feminine? And the color in my head is very universal. Very universal. So that's the best I could do on that one. Yeah. That was a question on one of my Periscopes. So, and I think I'm going to kind of include both. And even for me, I find it's easier to make a more masculine color work both ways than a feminine color. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's a thought process for me in this process.
Yeah. Well, and we'll also talk depending on, the theme of the month. Like Mom and I will have talks about, there will definitely be some houses where the colors will be bright and beautiful and feminine, but there will also, for anyone that watches the show, it's a darker show. It's
definitely a darker show, but
So, but we will definitely incorporate, I think, both. We'll have
Yeah.
a balance.
Yeah. There will be a balance. There will be a balance. Because it's funny, on my Periscope, I have quite a few men on my Periscope that are knitters. I want quite a few, 4, but that's quite a few in my book when it comes to knitting. Typically I can have 3 to 4. Our phone rang. And I thought I hung it up. So yeah, so I'm super excited about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that has bought this month's, and I hope you're super happy with them.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We're over the moon about it.
I have to admit, it makes me feel really good. And I remember this at the Christmas 25 skeins of Christmas, that people trust us to buy something sight unseen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really quite an honor that somebody trusts us enough to send them a skein of yarn that they haven't seen.
Yes, it's very flattering, I think. It's very yeah, we appreciate your trust.
We totally do. We totally do. So, because Isabel's going to start barking to get up in about half a second, because she's talking to me as I speak.
Hear her. All right.
Please help me up. Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for spending some time with us. We appreciate the love and support, and we hope you have a great few weeks. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Needles up. See you later.